Should the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, be suspended and removed from the WWE Hall of Fame? It's going to be kind of controversial, but we're going to get into it. You ready? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to the Shaun Show. I'm Shaun. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. This way we can keep communication with us going on a daily basis. Helps us out. Appreciate it. Now, if you're watching the news, for those that you're there, if you're watching the news, you see there's craziness that's going on in the world right now. As you see, unless you're under a rock, a lot of Trump supporters have stormed the Capitol because they are in outrage out of the results of the presidential election. Now, this is not a politics channel. This is not about what's right or what's wrong. It's not about your political beliefs or my political beliefs. This is about, simply put, a statement that Mick Foley made. Now, the statement that the hardcore icon Mick Foley made was as follows: when are we going to remove, and I'm paraphrasing, Donald Trump from the Hall of Fame? Now, he's in the Hall of Fame for his appearance at WrestleMania. It was the Battle of the Billionaires. And this was at the time, one of the biggest stories in the world, because the loser was going to get their head shaved bald. And Donald Trump and Vince McMahon had a game plan to get 1 million pay-per-view buys. Well, they got those million pay-per-view buys, and it created one of the most memorable moments in WrestleMania history. It ended with, of course, Vince McMahon getting his head shaved bald and Trump taking a stone cold stunner. Now the question is what's going on in the world now, does that supersede what happened then at WrestleMania? To give a legitimate, honest answer, I don't know. I don't know if this makes it so Donald Trump is out of the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, where it gets dicey at is you're looking at history, right? And history shows that he was the president of the United States. When he won, it was a landslide victory. When he lost, and it was a landslide victory. You know, some people are debating how he lost and then what happened today and a lot of the other things that happened. There's been controversy surrounding Donald Trump before he even ran for president. So it's kind of difficult to just say, okay, because this happened, you're out of the Hall of Fame. What gets you out of the Hall of Fame? I think that's what needs to be the question. If we're going to lay some sort of standard, what is the standard for people to get in or out of the Hall of Fame? It seems to me there's really no standard on how to get into the Hall of Fame. Like, there's a lot of people that deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but they're not. And I think it's based off of, the WWE says they take a vote. I just think nowadays they're talking about a headliner. They want a headliner of the Hall of Fame, and then they want a good supporting cast to make it a great Hall of Fame class. So I really don't think that this is a question of, is this great for the WWE in terms of determining who should or should not be in the Hall of Fame because of what happens in the world. Now, if he killed somebody, if he raped somebody, if he blew up something, then yes, absolutely, he should be out of the Hall of Fame. Okay guys, I had to move locations because apparently my cat had a say in regards to this Donald Trump thing. But basically what I'm saying is that what happened today, in my opinion, was absolutely crazy. I don't agree with any type of violence in any way, shape, or form on any side of the political spectrum. A woman died today because of what happened. There was violence, there were people injured. It was craziness that happened today. And I don't agree with it, and I know a lot of people don't agree with it either. And I know there's a small majority that, or minority I should say, that are okay with what happened today. But when you are judging the Hall of Fame, then you have to judge what the person did to get in there. And I don't see anything outside of what is happening and what has been done. And again, I'm not condoning or condemning what President Trump has done within the last 4 years of his presidency or beforehand. That's not me. This is not that type of channel. We're not doing this here. What I'm saying is I think the standard should be, did he kill anybody? Did he hurt anybody? Did he rape and pillage anyone? If the crime is very serious, then I think he should not be in the Hall of Fame. He may have encouraged these protesters to protest. He didn't tell them to actually do this stuff. He encouraged them to do it, but there's always going to be kind of a double standard with him. He didn't actually ask them to do it himself, so can you really suspend him or get upset with him because he put something out and people took that as a call to action? So it's a double-edged sword, but I think it needs to be a standard, and that standard is being able to see if someone is a criminal, done something to someone personally, or, you know, it needs to be a list. It just has to be a list, and it's a gray area, and it's even hard for me to explain because it's a gray area. How do you explain a gray area? So all in all, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame as of now. If things continue, if violence continues, if he decides to name himself the king of the world and start shooting people, then yeah, he should be out of the Hall of Fame. But until that day happens, if or when that happens, I think that wrestlers and their political parties, because Mick Foley, he's a proud Democrat, and there's a lot of other Democrats that are in the WWE, and there's a lot of Republicans that are in the WWE and AEW as well too. Until that happens, President Trump should remain in the Hall of Fame. Hope you enjoyed today's show. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you here next time here on the Shaun Show. Hopefully without my cat. Peace.